Still feeling sick, Aaron? Did your legs just buckle?
I feel like jelly.
This guy looks happy.
Yeah. Vegetarians. Hey vlog, so just trying to get some food and getting attacked by flies. So it is Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? No, it's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. So jet lagged. We're coming back from LA. Super tired. Don't really know what time of day it is or what day it is. Lauren is still in LA. She's still working hard out there. So we're back here. We're working hard for the release of all the brand new courses on the 3rd of September. A couple of things we picked up from the summer camps. The summer camp went really well in LA, but we're constantly seeing the same sorts of things coming up. One of the things that we put up the other night was around hypermobility. So honestly, so many dancers that we're noticing that are hypermobile. Oftentimes it's a lot more noticeable when it happens in the lower body because an injury will occur because of it. Like dancers that have hypermobile hips will generally get injured very quickly, and they're going to find out about it. Upper body not so much because it's not used in the same way. But what I notice whenever I'm putting you guys in plank positions or straight arm positions is that your elbows are hyperextending, and it's so dangerous. Like you don't know how dangerous this is when you're in a press up position or a straight arm plank and your elbow is pointing the other way. Guys, your elbow is locking on the joint. It is basically your joint that is supporting you and it's pushing the other way. If something was to just push at that, the arm would just dislocate, and essentially it's the same thing that's happening at the hip joints and the knee joints or the ankle joints. So with hypermobility, you guys got to be so careful when you're stretching. I know in a class environment such as in dance class or whatever, you're being given things to do as a group, which is fine 90% of the time. But if you're one of the dancers that have hypermobility issues, you cannot be doing stretching on these areas because the muscles are already too loose, right? It's like taking an elastic band and over stretching it, and it's just going to dangle like spaghetti. What happens when the muscle is too loose is that there's no support. The joint is wobbly, it can go too far, and muscles and tendons need to be nice and tight to hold that joint into place. Too tight and the range of motion is going to be restricted. Too loose and the range of motion is going to go too far. So you need to have a good, decent amount of tightness to hold everything in place, and that way you're going to be more stable. Dancers that have hypermobile hips, they're all over the place, they're wobbly, okay? So if you're hypermobile, try and identify it on the upper body. Always be watching out for your partners in class when you're doing things as a group, and have a look at the elbow joints, wrist joints, any joints. If you feel like you're hypermobile, you need to stop stretching that area immediately and try strengthen it, okay? Because the more you strengthen the muscles around it, it's going to tighten back up. A strong muscle is a tight muscle. So just be careful on the hypermobility and keep an eye out for that. So we're just getting some food. We're going to head back and we're going to keep working. We this week we released our new yoga instructor, Helen. So that's something I've been keeping quiet for a while. So Helen is super excited to release her course. She's super excited to be on board, and I know a lot of you guys are going to benefit so much. And I know I just spoke about hypermobility. In this yoga course, we go into those specific details, right? It's not one of those courses that is just going to be everybody needs to stretch this and so go do it. Very specific. It will teach you everything that I just explained and show you how to stretch the areas that you're tight and strengthen areas that you're weak. But she's super good. She's going to be an amazing addition to the team, and you're going to absolutely love her course. So me and Nick have got a lot of editing to do. Nick is completely fried with the amount of video editing that he's had to do, but that's why he's here, and he can suck it up. And so Lauren's in LA till Friday or so, and we are going to get back. I'm going to get some podcasts up for you guys this week and continuing on in the nutrition topics, and that is it. So I think there's only 95 days to rock this, so you guys need to be on point, and these new courses will help you achieve just that.
So it's my second last day in California, and I have one of my Reach UH students here, and we have just finished our sprint session. So this dancer is getting ready for her Oireachtas at the end of November. So we started to condition her heart to get ready for the months and weeks leading up to this. So today we done 60 seconds on, and then we took 2 to 3 minutes off. We are dead. We are feeling very, very sick. When did you start feeling sick?
After the second run.
Second one. I think I was actually the second one.
Yeah.
So guys, it is totally normal to feel pain, get dizzy, feel sick. Like, I don't train like this anymore because I'm not a dancer, but I do train in the gym for different aspects for health. But you guys that have training for our sport in the lactic acid zone, you have to be training correctly for it. We needed our full recovery, 2 to 3 minutes, because we pushed so hard in that sprint session. So the recovery is a must. If you feel at any point that you don't need the recovery, then you're definitely not pushing hard enough in the sprint session. How did you find it, like being with another person? Did it distract you, or?
It's more motivating.
More motivating?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of like me. Like, it's always good to have someone with you that also wants to achieve, also wants to push hard when times get tough for training. If you're training by yourself the way I did with the trainer, with Robert, it was fine with me because I still had someone shouting at me and I still knew my goals. So if you do struggle and you do train on your own, I do recommend just thinking about your goals and results, and think about, visualize yourself waiting on the results. Do you want to be crying? Do you want to be really happy knowing you push so hard? Right now we're in the beautiful sun, and we're going to start stretching out, getting home, getting showered, and getting plenty of food in us and some rest, because I am totally knackered, and I think this dancer is even more knackered than me.
So guys, I just tried out that salmon bacon from yesterday, and seen salmon bacon. Seen it?
No.
It's actually very good. So for any of you that are struggling to get any fish in your diet, you might want to check out some salmon bacon, because it looks like bacon. It's not bacon, it's salmon, but it's a great way to get fish in because it's a trick and you believe it's bacon. Doesn't really taste like salmon, but the ingredients are simply salmon, salt, and smoked oak wood. So yeah, ingredients are great and it tastes good. So today, long day at another one of our office locations. Today I'm going to check all of Lauren's kind of dance course. I really want to check the quality of it, so I'm just looking for the lighting, the sound, the editing of the footage. So basically everything that Nick's responsible for, I'm going to double check it, because his work needs checked. No, he's good. So I'm going to check all that, just check the quality. I just want to make sure that, obviously Nick doesn't come from a dancing background. I just want to make sure that everything is as good quality as possible before we put it out. But listen guys, it's going to be awesome. For any of you that have ever wanted to be coached by Lauren, would love a private with Lauren, want to know Lauren's dance tips and tricks, this is the course for you. It's basically your chance to get inside one of her workshops and get coached by dancing by Lauren. So we all know how successful her workshops have been and her dance coaching has been. So this is going to be an awesome course for you to get coached on. I think she has 15 videos in total, starting off from a basic checklist and going right up to basically becoming a world champion dancer. So the speed, the sharpness, the power, elaborating on movements, all of that stuff is going to be in there. So it's going to be so I'm outside. I just got back from LA, as you know, and it's absolutely freezing, which I don't like because I get so used to the LA heat, and still jet lagged, still getting over the tiredness as I'm trying to work 14-hour days. And here we are in London. It's miserable, grey, wet, and it's August. Is it all? Yeah, it's August. And it's all made up anyway, right? Okay, so I'm on my way down to interview a couple of people. Have some interviews scheduled for today, all around, just trying to get you guys more content, really. I think one of the big things that we need to do better is get more content out, because we want to educate you guys as much as possible, but one of the problems is we just don't have enough time, right? And so Lauren's always busy, the team are working so hard, and whilst we try to get more content out, as you'll know if you listen to the podcast, it's sometimes difficult. So I'm trying to bring a few more guys on board just to really help with the content creation and just get you guys more content. The quicker we educate you all, the better we educate you all, the more often we educate you all, the quicker you guys are going to get results, and that's obviously the main aim. So let's see how these interviews go, and hopefully we can expand, grow the team, and make your performance even better.